The lights are off and away they go.
Extremely loose. He's managed to hold on and think
He missed the complete that. He's crazy stuff.
Side Freitas is on the grass on the infield floor. He slides through. He tags Richard Eck.
Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the CTC Lotus 79 Drivers Championship. We look here at Autodromo Internazionale Enzo E. Dino Ferrari, which this afternoon plays host to the Lotus 79 CTC Championship for round 11 of this championship, the penultimate round in Season 2. From the sprawling Italian countryside, Sean Ambrose with you once again for another GSRC broadcast. Alongside for the action today, Adam Forever Young with me, twisting and tweaking the dials as our award-winning director. I'm Jed Yaman, with the camera locations created exclusively for GSRC by the much sought-after Dougie Beard. Well, last week at Silverstone, I was away, been away for a couple weeks. Glad to be back. Really excited to get this one underway today. 35 drivers here in this split today, but not far. I was not far from the action, as I did see last week at Silverstone, Jarno Frisch and Nuno Moreira fight for a fourth place finish in the closing laps of that race. But the real story of the race was the continued dominance of Juha Norlampi, who is claimed he can't make every race, but seems to be there for almost all of them. He racked up another victory here in the CTC Championship last week at Silverstone. But Kaya Ruokola and Andy Lepisto battled hard to settle the final two podium spots. That brought us a great race last week, but much different this week. Silverstone, its own brand of racing. We get down here to Italy here at Imola, and this is some kind of track here. Adam's going to talk to you a little bit about it, a little bit of info about this historic facility here in Italy.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the more historic racetracks in the world. Of course, it's been going strong since about I believe 1973 was one of the first years that it actually hosted major events, but it was kind of around as kind of like in a semi-permanent status until, since about 1953. Hosted the Italian Grand Prix a couple of times, and of course, tragically, the site where we lost the great Ayrton Senna back in 1994. Today's configuration on Imola, the iRacing configuration is 3.05 miles in length, 4.91 kilometers. It is technical. You're going to have to get around here. You're going to have to get off the corners. Sean.
Yeah, and Adam, this track all about the chicanes. You get right down into turn one, turn two, where you get to Tamburello there. That's really where it all starts off. But why don't we talk about the details of the race? We'll talk a little bit more about the track in a moment.
Yeah, of course, today's race, this is round 8 of 12, or 11 of 12, excuse me. I don't know where I was pulling 8 from. Round 11 of 12. We're almost to week 13 already. Of course, it's 11 of 12 because we're using the iRacing official section here today. Lotus 79 is the car, and setups are open, and there won't be a stop for fuel. These cars, as we talked about before, they can handle a lot of fuel, so they'll be able to go the full distance, 27 laps here this afternoon. Cautions, there's only local cautions and an incident cap. Well, because it's an iRacing official 7, if you happen to hit 17 incidents in this session, boom, you are done for the day. Fast repairs, there are none, and points are handled by the iRacing official points.
And Adam, it's a great day here on track. We've got a beautiful weather setting here. 75 degrees outside, but it's 103 degrees on the track surface. And ooh, boy, I talked about the chicanes and how they play a big factor in this race. Tamburello and Villeneuve. You're going to have a little bit of fun. Variante Alta is another way. You've got 3 real chicanes here that can provide a lot of trouble. And 103 degrees track temperature, they may be sliding around just a bit. This will be a standing start today, so not any time to get the heat in the tires, Adam.
Yeah, it's one of those things where, these cars, they have really wide rear tires, and by comparison's sake, they've got wide front tires also. And that doesn't seem to help you when these track temperatures get up to be this hot. You're still going to be searching for grip, and you're going to be searching for grip right off the bat. So having the start go your way is going to be key.
All right, well, let's look at the CTC Formula One driver standings here for Season 2. This, again, is round 11 of 12, so tight battle going on here at the top. It's been going on all season. Journo Free sits there up top, comes up 2 spots to get ahead of Nuno Moreira, and Nuno just behind there. You see 1576, 1543. Then we got to look back to this battle between Matt Wood and Fabian Gerber, because Gerber been on a bit of a hot streak and up 2 spots into the top 5 and really battling Matt Wood now for that 3rd spot in the driver's standing. Jared Hoffer still hanging out in 5th. Now, let's take a look at the Aurora team standings, the CTC Aurora team driver standings. Now, this is all the newcomers to the series, and their point totals are, in fact, figured on an average, okay? Now, Yunus Puhaka has only run 1 race this season. I saw him earlier. I wonder if maybe he's going to take another stab at it today. In fact, I see he is in the server. So Yunus Puhaka sits there at the top right now with 192 average. It's Kyle Rulicola, who's really had a great season at 175 average. Kyle's been hanging out there in 2nd for most of the season with a little bit of a fight from Lenaludo in 3rd there. It hasn't been to a race here in a bit. So Andrea Ventura will be back today, 4th currently in the standings. And then we have Josue Leocata sitting in 5th right now. And I'm not sure, I haven't seen if Josue is here today yet, but hopefully is and can continue to fight. Those drivers look to be promoted for Season 3. Now let's look at the Constructors' Championship here. This is the teams. We'll roll through that real quick. We have Leger Jetons currently up top with 295 points. Renault Elf there with 259. The battle up top looks to be settled, but we still have 2 races to get through. Team McLaren in a bit of a fight there, trying to get to 2nd. Team Lotus down in fourth, and Scuderia Ferrari slipping in the standings just a little bit and sit back there in fifth. Look to challenge for fourth, but they've got a lot of work to do over these next two races, Adam.
Yeah, but these next two races, I mean, there's a reason we race, and anything can, and well, as you've seen several times over the last couple weeks in some GSRC broadcasts, anything can and sometimes does happen.
Yeah, Adam, and as far as the points go, now the points we showed you for the Formula One driver standings, that is now taking into account the drop week. So we have a realistic look now at where everybody stands, and Nuno Moreira going to look to bring the fight to Jarno Friesch in this race. In the earlier race, about an hour and a half ago, that race saw a good fight between Nuno and Jarno. Wound up with Jarno on top, Nuno having to settle for third in that race, and it was Macias with the second place finish. So look for Jarno and Nuno to be back at it again here in the official race broadcast today. But the field of 35 cars, that's got me impressed. This is going to be a pretty wild start, and I look to see a lot of drivers scrambling for position quickly after we get through Tamburello.
Yeah, and that's I just think the start today is going to be huge. You mentioned the battle there in the previous official race between Jarno and Nuno there about hour and a half or so ago. If you don't have a good start, you're not going to see a battle like that shape up again. And of course, you got to worry now with Nora Lampe on top of the leaderboard here on this go-around, but not on top of the leaderboard by a whole lot. You'll see that on the rundown whenever we go through it here in just a minute.
Yeah, and actually we're getting ready to roll through the grid here in just a moment. They're wrapping up qualifying now, Adam. And Juha Nora Lampe with quite a run, but it's only separated, but what is that?
18 hundredths of a second.
18 hundredths of a second separates first from second. Let's roll through this grid. We got to get through a quick 35 cars. We're getting ready to go. Juha Nora Lampe on the pole. Jarno Friesch rounds out row 1. Row 2 going to be Nuno Moreira and Antti Lepisto. Jorge Garrido is going to be 5th and Alex Q 6th. Jared Hoffer 7th. Eunice Puhaka 8th. Matt Wood 9th. Ian Rodriguez 10th.
Yeah, looking at row 6 as we start in 11th position, Nicola Kochi. Philip coming off a great win yesterday in the Camel GT Series. Jamie Hall in 13th, Kane Lasky 14th, Steve Bycroft in 15th, Michelle Vandenberg in 16th, QC Clapp in 17th position, John Stevens in 18th, Pablo Lombrera Suarez in 19th, and Timothy Dalton in 20th.
Man, look at all those easy names you got. Mark Winfield there in 21st. Robert Simpkins, 22nd. Sammy Valimaki, 23rd today. Barry West, 24th. Steve Sarles, 25th. Patrick Latuve, 26th. Juan Aranez, 27th. Luis Mendez, 28th. Ramigo Di Pasqua, 29th. And Matt Carballo going to round out the top 30. I'll take the last 5 here. Loic Hubrau, Flavio Saturino, Steve Kagerer, Paul Schwind, and Casper Petri round out the field. It's time to get racing.
And Casper Petri is not in the session, so it looks like we're going to start with 34.
Okay, good info. Now here we go. They're revving them up, getting them ready. Adam, I always love races at Imola. They're addictive.
It's technical, that's for sure, and you got to be on top of your game. You're getting ready to see that.
And they're off. Round 11 is underway. Screaming off. Oh, we've got a big one at the back already. We'll get back to it. Let's watch the lead, though. Nora Lampe getting off to a good break here, heading through Tamburello. They're scrambling into Villeneuve. Side by side through Villeneuve, back in the field. Cars still looking for their line. Everybody making it through Tosa. Couple of two wide, but up front, it's still Nora Lompe. Journo Frisch digging.
As they head toward Paratella, it looks like just about everybody now has been able to get single file here, at least through about the first half of the field.
Boy, Aqua Minerale so tough. You're going downhill, and that's a tough right-hander to find grip in. They make it through clean. Making through Alta now. Our leaders coming through. Nora Lompe still doing a great job up front. Good pace. Journo Frisch giving the chase.
Looks like Onus is trying to get a look here on the inside of Herdhofer, and he's going to be able to complete that pass.
Puhaka already coming through the field, really just trying to keep that position there in 8th. The leaders make their way back around and across the start-finish line for the completion of lap 1 here today. 27 laps in store for you. Juha Nora Lompe in the lead. Journo Frisch again chasing. Nuno Moreira right behind Journo. Those two are going to fight all day unless somebody makes a mistake. Antti Lepisto off to a great start. They're already spreading out at him.
Exactly what you'd expect, but of course with the technical nature of Imola, you know, you're going to see especially some of these guys start to come back into each other here and group back up, especially once everybody just kind of settles down, gets into the groove, gets into the rhythm of what is Imola. And you know, Sean, you were talking that you've done quite a bit around here. You know it takes a certain kind of, momentum, I guess, is probably the only word I can think of to come up with what it takes.
Yeah, let's take a look at the replay from the start of the race here. We'll see. We'll try and see what happened here on the grid, Adam.
Boy. Just took a hard right. I think everybody I was getting ready to say I think for everybody for the most part missed it, but he ended up on his lid there right at the tail end of that accident.
Yeah, that unfortunate way to start the race. The Italian driver, Remigio Di Puasca, still finds himself in the pit. And that's probably the end of his day after being on his lid. Again, no pit stops needed in this one. Boy, look at our leader, Juha Nora Lompe, comes back around. And
he's setting sail, man.
He has. Yeah, the mainsail is out. And it's blowing, baby, because he's already 4 seconds ahead. Battle for second here. Preach. Going at an early end contact.
I'm going to tell you right now what I saw on my screen, and I just saw the opposite of netcode. I saw Nuno's right front wheel disappear into Journo's left rear. I mean, that it doesn't get much closer than that.
Boy, and Juha really, Nuno really struggling since that. Now in a battle with Antti Lepisto. Lepisto trying to get him up the hill. Philip Lake with trouble. Oh, Philip with such a great run yesterday. Oh, it looks like he was a victim. Is that the 15?
Oh, that was hard contact.
Yeah.
That's
really
Lasky was in the 15 there.
Yeah, Lasky in the 15. And he has to take the pit.
Vandenberg just barely missed that.
Well, Frisch has hung on to second. Somehow Nuno Moreira has hung on to third. He's still able to keep the very hard charging Antti. Oh, and as I say that, Lepisto makes a little bit of a mistake there just as Lepisto was charging. And Garrido trying to get around.
You got to think Garrido almost thought for a second they were taking it 3 wide with Eunice and Antti. He thinks better of it, but Eunice is going to be able to get that 5th position there going down the front straightaway. Antti's really struggling here to hold on to 4th.
Yeah, Puhaka, the Finnish driver, chasing his fellow countryman there in Lepisto. Puhaka now up 3 spots, looking to take another one away. The podium is in sight for Puhaka. Puhaka making a strong return today here so far in this race.
Not bad for a guy that started 8th on the grid.
We'll leave Juha Nuorlampi alone for a while. He's now almost 5 seconds, I think. Jeez. Boy, he's dialed in.
Yeah, he's one of our top three. Just kind of glancing at it so far, I think he's one of the top three movers in this race. I believe Michelle Vanderberg is up 5 positions from where he started, and John Stevens is up 6. And they're both sitting in 11th and 12th, respectively.
Yeah, Stevens being chased by Lasky right now. They got through Variante there. Lasky was right up on him, right up on the wing of him. Lasky getting a nice run here. Gonna come back down the hill. Who's gonna outbreak who? Lasky gonna play it safe.
To think that Lasky just about a lap ago had his all 4 wheels off the ground in that accident. The fact that he's still able to even compete right now is great. So.
On board with Steve Bycroft there, looking at the rear. Lasky and that camel livery. That's a classic livery. I actually run that myself on my Lotus 79. Not much going on up front, folks. Journo Free still holding off Nuno Moreira, but Nuorlampi continues to spread his wings and lead this field around.
To Jamie Hall a minute ago, not quite sure what, but he was running up toward in the top half of the field. Can't really find it either.
I think our director has found that. Amjad on his toes. There's Jamie on the screen there. See and try and figure out what happened to the UK and I driver. That's contact. Ouch. They both go off. A little bit of damage on both of those Lotuses, Adam.
Yeah, not exactly sure who he had the contact with there, but not soft contact, that's for sure.
You know, next week for the final round, we're going to be heading to Imola. Oh, we got a battle on screen. It looks like Nuno Moreira going to try and take the spot from Journo Free as they battle down into turn 2.
Lepisto he's in the pits. He's out of the car. Oh, it looks like he's going to come out of this corner here. You'll see on the replay and just lose the rear end of the car.
Yeah, and a big
he was running 4th at the time.
Yeah, got a little bit. It's such a tough spot down there. Got a little bit too much of the green, I think, and a combination of that getting back to the throttle, it sends him off. Everybody does it down through there, Adam. He's not alone. That's a tough break for Lepisto. He loses a lot of time down there.
Well, while up front, Juha is just getting away with a huge lead now over Gurno and Nuno. Gurno and Nuno just picked up that battle right where they left off from the previous race.
Yeah, and they're in variant. They just got out of Volta, and Nuno looked to make a move at him, but here they come down into Ravazza 1. Nuno not going to outbreak him here. Through Ravazza 2. Oh, boy, and man, Journo gets a great run out of Ravazza 2. Able to open it up a little bit there on Journo. Journo going to have to come all the way from back there to try and catch the draft. Journo going to break that, try and break the draft a little bit there for Nuno. Nuno gets a good run on him here into Tamburello. Grip so hard to find through there, Adam. Then you got to get back to that high-speed left-hander and not let the rear end of the car get around. Into Villeneuve here. Nuno keeping it clean, keeping it on track, but still can't close on Preach.
So far, this is the battle on the racetrack for second and third. About 0.3 of a second separating Gurno and Nuno still. And pretty comparable on their lap times here so far, looking back at them quite a bit. Looks like Nuno might, I thought for a second there he might have had a good exit off that corner, maybe had a little bit of a run.
You know what? I just saw our leader, Juha Nuorlampi, get a little sloppy out of Aqua Minerale. Almost had a spin. I just happened to go back to him, and he probably thought nobody was watching, but scuffed off a little bit of time there, and still 5.5 seconds up on Journal Frisch. But you know, this is a track that can jump up and bite you. Battle for 11th on screen.
John Stevens was real slow going through there for some reason.
Oh,
Lasky had to take the runoff.
Well, Lasky clipped Lasky. The door wasn't closed, and he hits, John Stevens here on camera. Yeah, it looked like Lasky tried to come over, close the door on him to get the line into the turn, and he wasn't clear. Battle for second. Nuno pulling off that pass on Frisch. Not yet, not yet. He's trying. He's still digging. I've caught up to it. Journo, solid right there. Tosa, really, that's probably the slowest section on the track there, getting through Tosa, turn 7. Frisch finds the grip through there, though, and does a great job of getting through Piratella here. Down the hill, this right-hander is so tough. You can't get too much curve there. He'll throw it up in the air. Nuno getting a good run down at the bottom of the hill. Adam, those two are going to be racing, we're 7 laps in, and yeah, I think they'll be racing for the next 20.
At this rate, that's for sure. I mean,
well, it really is the best battle on track, though. Right? These guys are going tooth and nail. Look, I mean, Nuno still getting a great run. Look at him here, looking out back. Nuno just keeps running it right up on him.
You know, and they're fighting like this, and they're not losing as much ground as they were to Noralampe as they were a little while ago. I don't know if Noralampe's kind of let off just a touch. Maybe that's why he's also starting to make a mistake or two. But as looking at Nuno having a great run here. Curno not giving him an inch on the contact.
Journo looked like he might have gotten a little bit nervous there, maybe a little bit of overcorrection, and wow, Nuno Moreira able to get the spot away as he goes through Villeneuve. Ooh, sliding it through there. A little bit of a slide drop on the exit of Villeneuve. Nuno Moreira up to second.
Already seeing not just Noralampe and not just Nuno, but a lot of these guys, especially on corner exit now, from the slow speed corners, having trouble getting the grip down now. And we're not even we're only 8 laps into this race at this point. They still got 19 to go, so time's starting to get slick.
Well, here we go. We've been talking about Nuno Moreira, Journal Frisch, and their battle. Jonas Pohaka has really started to get it close. He's only about a little over 2 seconds back from Journo now. Pohaka looking to get up there. He's still attacking the podium. Up to 4th, started 8th in this race. Now, Jorge Garrido, who's right behind him, we're riding on board with him now. I don't remember seeing him here, the Iberia driver, in previous weeks, but he's having a solid run right now. Been mistake-free and looks awful fast. I think he maybe could challenge Pohaka for that position. Both of them could find their way to fighting for a podium spot here if they could just keep turning off the good laps that they're running right now.
That's Ramingo Di Pasca that you just saw there off track. Been off track for a little bit, just letting the faster cars go by. I think he kind of ran wide the last corner.
Probably not a bad idea to let those guys by. But look what's happened. Noralampe obviously had some trouble. We must have missed it. I talked about him maybe being a little sloppy, but Nuno Moreira has caught Johan Noralampe, folks. Oh, we got a quick replay for you. We actually found it. Let's see what happened to our leader here, Johan Noralampe. Coming down to the second turn, Tamburello. Ooh, and he hits the sausage bomb there. Watch out. What do you call it? Curb sausages? Sausage bomb? I forgot. I'm sorry, I caught up in a moment there. Oh, Morera really bringing the follow. Morera trying to make a move in Ravazza.
Nunez smells a little blood in the water here right now.
He does. Totally smells blood in the water. Oh. Boy, Nuno square in his draft. Can't forget about Journal Freeze. Oh, a mistake. Big mistake by Nuno Morera.
After that.
Here comes Journal Freeze. Freeze looking to the inside, heading into Villeneuve side by side. Oh, they almost make contact. Nuno Morera able to avoid it and holds on to that second spot for now. Norlampi still up there in front. Now he's starting to pull away again, trying to get that focus back. Here comes Journal Freeze looking to the inside here as they go through Piratella side by side. Oh, the exit.
Oh, Nuno's loose.
Morera has to lock it up. Four-wheel lock
Great
up there.
Save.
Adam, take it. Let's watch the hands. We're on board.
You just that staring the wall in the face like that. I'm pretty sure he was saying a few things, and none of them probably airable. But he somehow was able to pull that car back from the brink. Now, the catch of it is he's going to fall back here into the clutches of Alex Q, who's been Puhaka.
Puhaka, yeah.
Puhaka. So he's got to be a little bit careful here as he tries to gain ground back on Juno.
Good battle back in 14th, actually. A battle for it. Let's drop back and take a look. Is that QC Clapp in that battle? Sammy Valimaki and Mark Winfield back there, all battling for those spots. And right now, it's QC Clapp defending, playing that defense here, able to scream away down the front, straight across the line. Valimaki trying to close. Got to jump back up to the front of the field. Still battling for third place. Eunice Puhaka trying to pull it off. Boy, Eunice having a big, big drive today. He smells that podium. It's right up in front of him. Garrido has gone nowhere. Right there with him. And here comes Alex Q, Jared Hoffer, all behind in this battle. Nothing is settled here, Adam. This time by, I think we're going to have about 15 laps to go. These cars making their way through Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2.
Yeah, we're already seeing just how technical this track can be. And, you saw how fast that 5.5-second lead disappeared for Norlampi once he made one mistake. And all it's going to take is one mistake to put this race completely back on its head again. In fact, you're looking at it, Journo was about 0.8 of a second faster, 0.6 of a second faster than Norlampi that last lap.
Yeah, I don't think Norlampi feels safe at this point. He's obviously had his moments where he's been a little off, and that's probably in his head right now. He's got to defend against this. Journo Frisch not going to give up this battle. It's a classic battle of Finland and Diach going at each other. There's some bragging rights at stake there, Adam.
Oh yeah, and you see it all the time in World Cup competition between those two clubs, and
oh boy,
our
leader having trouble.
Kager here, so the lap vehicle they're getting around.
Oh, Kago in the way there. Boy, and that really changes the battle now. Frisch all over our leader, Norlampi. Norlampi feeling some real pressure for probably the first time in this whole race. Boy, I got another car in front of him now, too. That'll definitely be a factor. Maybe they're going to catch him on the straight. That's Matt Carabello up there in front of him. Journo Frisch getting a good run off. Still a little bit too far away to catch the toe all the way down. I'll probably catch him all the way at the end of the straight down into Tamburello. And exactly what happens. And that probably means that Matt Carabello not going to get caught in a good spot here. These guys are going to have to be careful. Oh boy!
And I think Noralampe did catch his Cabello's right rear tire. Juha now has a little bit of wing damage up front, and I did hear contact.
I don't think I'm not going to hang that on Matt Carabello though. I think
that's just a bad place, bad time kind of thing. I mean,
yeah.
That's just a tough place to run into somebody.
You know what? Let's look at the replay real quick. Let's look at the replay and see exactly. And again, I don't think Juha had to make that move right there so quickly, but it is going to cost him a little bit of left wing damage. Going to run right up on him here. Yeah. Well, okay. Maybe we're seeing netcode instead there, Adam. That didn't look like a hit, did it?
That's the nature of netcode. On my end, it did, but on obviously on everybody else's end, it doesn't. I mean, sometimes that happens with netcode. So, but either way, it was close, and it was just enough to tweak that front wing of Noralampe's car. Now the question becomes too: does that wing stay tweaked? I mean, sometimes you see it too with netcode that the wing will fix itself here in a little bit.
Right, it may pop itself back out. Exactly, yeah.
The wonders of internet racing.
Yeah, well, Journo Frisch is not going away. I can tell you that. Journo, talk about smelling blood in the water. He definitely smells it now. Journo is right there. There is a win at stake, and his main competitor, Nuno Moreira, is behind him. 2 seconds. And for all the work that Yunus Puhaka did, he's lost pace to Nuno Moreira. Journo Frisch still the fastest driver on this track. Adam, check on that battle back there for 14th. Is Winfield caught Sammy Valimaki yet? Looks awful close.
Yeah, he's right on. He's right underneath his rear wing right there, going through. I think they're heading into Villeneuve here, and that's been a battle that's been heating up for the last couple laps.
Battle for the lead. I'm sorry, battle for. Oh boy, Journo Frisch tried to press the issue there. And, boy, it was out of Alta, very out the Alta. And now, in Ravaza, Noralampe makes a mistake. Journo Frisch gets by. Nuno Moreira now comes to the party.
Oh, and sure enough, the front wing did fix itself on Noralampe's vehicle. Just side note.
Well, now you've got Noralampe, Nuno Moreira side by side as they head down into Tamburello. It's Noralampe going to come out ahead. Our new leader, Journo Frisch, he finally got to the front, Adam.
We knew that it might take a mistake, and indeed, that's pretty much what happened. And it wasn't just one. Don't forget, it wasn't just one single mistake that led to that. I mean, it was the culmination of several mistakes.
Big mistake by Noralampe.
Noralampe now getting loose. There's those rear tires. I'm telling you, the rear tires in these cars getting incredibly worn right now.
Has trouble getting out of Tosa. Yunus Puhaka has now caught Juha Noralampe. This is going to be a good one to watch. Puhaka is going to make this interesting if he can hang with him. I think he can. That's two Finnish drivers right there, too. Yunus Puhaka and Noralampe. Boy, Journo Frisch starting to pull away just a bit. Almost a second and a half as he comes around. We'll have 11 laps to go here.
Just watching Journo and how he's been driving, pretty much about the last 5 or 6 laps. It's very he's adapting to the condition of the rear tires. It's very very gentle on throttle. So he's not sliding around as much as, say, what we've seen Nuno do or Nora Lampe do or really anybody in the top 5 right now. So he's taking care of his equipment, and I think that's also leading to the fact that he's making fewer mistakes than the rest of the guys right now, too.
Yeah, and Journo's shown great patience before, showing it again today. Watching Alex Q back here trying to make his way through the field, chasing Jerd Hofer, Jerd chasing him. Jorge Garrido is who Alex is following and trying to get around.
See, and I believe it was Journo that, and man, I've slept since then, so forgive me if I'm wrong, but he won Bathurst, I think, 2 weeks ago on our air, and that's a track right there where you have to have a lot of patience, a lot of same driving style is what you got right now.
Okay, let's roll through the field here real quick with 10 laps to go. Roll through the top 10. Journo Prix, your leader, just taking that spot away a couple of laps ago. Nuno Moreira, the hard charger, he up to second, started third in this race. He's had a couple of close battles, a couple of close situations. He's still fighting. Juha Norlampi, well, he was up there leading this race for quite a bit. Things were looking pretty comfortable, and then he had a little bit of trouble. Now he's back to third, being chased aggressively by that red car right there, Eunice Puhaka. The fellow countryman going at it. Juha trying to hang on to that car. Eunice Puhaka sitting in fourth. Then we're going to go back to Iberia. Jorge Garrido sits in fifth, followed by his fellow countryman of Alex Q. Q right behind him, bringing the fight. Actually, those two have been hooked up for most of the race. Jerd Hofer. Oh, battle for third. Yep, here we go. Norlampi. Puhaka trying to make the move. Doesn't have the position. Norlampi gets away. Good job by Norlampi there, hanging on to it. Got to hold him off for about another 9.5 laps.
You know, we were kind of thinking that that Eunice would figure out a way to get up there and fight for a podium. We didn't think that it might be Nora Lampe that he was fighting to grab the podium from, but he is right there.
All right, so we stopped at Jerd Hofer at 7th. Real quickly, we'll pick up and take the rest of the top 10. It's Matt Wood sitting in 8th right now. Nicola Kochi in 9th, and Michelle Vandenberg in 10th. But lots of battling going on out here, and don't want to break away from that action long. A lot of positions still undecided at him.
Yeah, you know, there's close battles all over right now. I mean, he's still the lead. You know, all it's going to take is just one mistake from Journo, and you know, Nuno will be right back there. And of course, third isn't settled yet by a long shot. And here you go right now for 6th and 7th with Alex Q and Herd Hofer. As Herd Hofer's going to make that pass right by Alex Q, and then you've got Matt Wood back there waiting in the wings.
Yeah, Jerd finally picking up that spot. He'd been battling for a while to get it. That gets him up to 6th. He started 7th today. Let's look at it on the replay. Jerd sets him up, pulls it out, puts the slingshot on him in the draft. Takes the advantage into Villeneuve. Good move there by Hofer. Yeah, Hofer able to pull away a little bit from Alex Q now. And you know what? I don't want to say he was being held up, but he was certainly in the way, because Jerd's got another mission now. Just up in front of him, trouble. Was that Lasky getting off? No, it was Steve Sarles back in 22nd position. Coming off of Variante Alta there. He got wide. Jerd Hofer able to get around. Oh, boy. Alex Q runs right up on Hofer. Almost gets to the rear end of him. How Q held on to that car in Ravazza and getting through Ravazza 2 is beyond me. Wow. Good job by Alex Q, not wreaking havoc down there. Business is picking up, Adam.
It really is. It's pretty much go time. 8 laps to go in here with you know, essentially minute 35, 34, 36 laps. 8 laps is going to go by real quick.
I think Juan Aragonés is letting a bunch of drivers by here. He got a slowdown penalty, one or the other. But drivers coming through there. Nicola Kochi was one of them. Close call.
Nora Lampe, not sure what happened there, but he just got off the gas and let Puhaka by.
Let's look at that on the replay. There's Nora Lampe in the blue and white car being chased by Puhaka. And coming down the hill here, man, it looks like Nora Lampe maybe just let him by. I don't know. Nora Lampe seems to maybe gotten to the point where he's struggling just a little bit. Oh, in trouble just in front of Nora Lampe. You saw that. Puhaka gets it loose. A little bit of trouble out of Ravazza too.
There's those rear tires that have to get that power down again. You can see the advantage now that that Nora Lampe got back on Puhaka going down the front straightaway. They almost touch wheels going into one. In fact, Puhaka gets a little bit wide, almost hits one of those. What did you call them earlier, Sean?
Sausage bomb.
Sausage bombs. I like that.
I believe we were originally referring to them as sausage curbs, and somehow I came up with bomb because honestly, when you hit one, it does feel like a bomb going off into the left or right front of your car when you hit it. Well, Gernot Frisch, still the man, still in charge. And Nuno Moreira sitting back there just under 2 seconds. Had some good battles going there for that position, but a couple of mistakes, and wow, Moreira now sitting safely, trying to get up to Frisch, but right now Frisch laying down the hot laps. Nuno giving good chase. Antti Lepisto going to give it up and come on in the pit there as our leader was getting by. Gernot Frisch going to come across the line. Again, with his best, not again, that was his best lap of the race. A 1:33.604. Gernot means business, baby.
Yeah, that's a good full two-tenths of a second faster than Nuno. So just keeps pulling away a little bit at a time. And while they're doing that, Eunice and Nora Lampe and Garrido and Hofer and the rest of that gang, they keep losing ground.
Yet Nora Lampe's got to be careful here because Garrido is really, I said that, and Garrido gets a little bit off there, but Garrido is slugging away, and now Garrido having to look over his shoulder here is Jared Hofer really starting to put the pressure on. Alex Q back there not giving up. Again, none of these positions decided here with about 5.5 laps to go. Be ashamed to see Nora Lampe, slip outside this podium position, but right now he just doesn't look to have the fight in him to get there.
Yeah, that's I don't know if it's the fight or just the car right now. I mean, we know Nora Lampe's lightning quick here, but did he just go a little bit too fast too early?
So could be. I'll tell you what, mistake out of Eunice Puhaka down in Ravazza 1 cost him just a little bit of time. Nora Lampe able to close it in just a little bit, just over a second now. Not close enough to get in the toe here down the front straight. But certainly picking it up just a little bit and getting closer. Man, Gernot Frisch did it again last lap, fastest lap of the race.
That's just some lightning quick times from Gernot. And, if Nuno was setting the times that he was, that I would be impressed. But Gernot's still just a solid 0.2 of a second a lap faster.
Well, I will say this. I thought the 103-degree track temperature would be tough on the tires, but honestly, the fuel generally outlasts the tires on these cars, and as they get lighter on fuel, they do get faster, and proof of that is what we're seeing out of Journo Frisch up front right now, really throwing down the fastest laps of the race here with a little over 4 laps to go.
We got Alex Q off the track.
Q is digging so hard. I hate to see that for him.
You know, thankfully though, he was able to keep it out of the Armco. He was able to get it gathered back up, and I think he might have only lost a spot. Did Coachy end up catching him? No, Coachy didn't catch him. So he only lost a spot.
Yeah, that is a common spot to spin the car there, unfortunately, and did a good job of recovering from that. Again, the tendency is to go up in the Armco barrier. Easy for me to say, geez. Yeah, Q.
It's okay.
Recovers.
Talking isn't my strong point today either.
Q recovers to 8th place. Nicholas Coachy now chasing him. Eunice Puhaka able to keep the distance, though, between him and Juha Norlampi. Norlampi's gotten a little bit closer, about a half a second. These guys fighting behind him. Jared Hoffer trying to overtake Jorge Garrido. Jared would love to get another spot. Sitting down there 5th in the points. Adam, these races go by so quickly, even on a long track like Imola here. Then for the final round, we go to Spa. You like how the end of the season shapes up?
Oh yeah, I mean, Spa is going to be just it's going to be a great culmination of what we've seen the last couple of weeks out of these guys, and that's going to be a pretty exciting race, especially if Bathurst, Silverstone, and now Imola here are going to be any indication. It's going to be fun. Of course, as we're talking, it looks like Juha has been able to start running down Puhaka again here. His lap before was 0.2 faster, and now this last lap was a full half second faster. So the battle for third might still be on yet here.
Just might be. That battle for first and second, though, ending is just the way Journo wants it right now. He's got that points lead. Another win, a finish ahead of Nuno Moreira really benefits him. Norlampi digging here, trying to get to Puhaka. Can he get that spot back? Can he get back to the podium? It's going to be tough.
I think it's one of those things that as soon as we started talking about it, I think he started losing a little bit of ground again. So pretty sure Norlampi would have wished we would have just not brought it up at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt Wood. Another one of our championship contenders making a charge now. Wood sitting in 10th, sitting in 7th, trying to get this spot away from Jared Hoffer, who's been fighting himself the last half of this race. But Matt bringing the heat to him now. I'm almost tempted to say Wood is on fire, but we might need an extinguisher if I do that. So anyway. Run with me, Adam. Run with me, baby. These are the jokes, okay?
You were on your own on that one. That was like dad joke extraordinaire right there.
Oh, Norlampi's caught him. He's caught Puhaka. Puhaka's nervous. Here comes Norlampi. This is where it gets really technical through here, Adam. Through Piratella, you've got to get down to Aqua Minerale. And you've got to get out of there smooth. You got to find grip down at the bottom of that hill. Oh, boy. Puhaka does a good job. Norlampi does a decent job of staying with him. They're only going to get to do this one more time.
That might be all it takes.
Norlampi better get busy here. We're going to head down to Ravazza 1 and Ravazza 2. Who's going to win this battle? Oh, boy. Norlampi runs right up on him. Has to back out of it. And it's going to be Puhaka that gets a little bit better run, but Norlampi in the tow. Norlampi, defense being played by Puhaka. Norlampi going to try and get him. Norlampi tried to close the door on him. Puhaka was having none of it. Here comes Norlampi, going to try to get position to the inside. There's a drag race down into Villeneuve. Oh, they make contact, and they're both off. They're both off. But no, Puhaka keeps going. It's Norlampi that suffers. Oh, everybody behind him checking up, trying to avoid him.
Did Puhaka get a slowdown contact, though, from that?
Oh, boy. And I'm afraid that Puhaka is done. Oh, boy, this really opens up.
Oh, man. When we go back to look at that, we're going to have to go on Norlampi's onboard as he went by the wreck of Puhaka a minute ago. And Norlampi is now sitting sideways on the track.
Oh, boy. And, man, let's go to the finish. Journo Frisch making his way around. Journo with a great run today, just out of Ravazza 2. Here he comes. Across the line, your big winner today, Journo Frisch, is the man, still the man here in the CTC Championship, waving at everybody there. It's going to be Nuno Moreira with a big second place finish, but he needed first. And, boy, how about Jorge Garrido? Runs a very, very clean race, picks up a podium spot. Hope we get a chance to talk to him. Jared Hoffer having a good, solid run today with a fourth place finish, and Matt Wood. Matt really needed that. That's going to help him in the points. A fifth place finish today. Adam, what a great race. Boy, yeah. And Juha continuing to lose even more spots here.
I mean, it's almost like after he just barely missed the wreck of Jonas there, he just kind of gave up the ghost on the rest of the lap after he was sitting sideways. And Jonas is determined to finish this race.
Yeah, let's look at the replay here real quick before we go to break and see exactly what happened there. You see Juha in the blue and white car. Going to move to the inside, and side by side through Villeneuve. Never going to really work, to be honest with you.
And that was not a soft impact.
No, it wasn't. And that chicane is tough enough without having to get through there with somebody else right next to you.
And stay here on Norlampi, right on board with him, and they're going to come by the wreck after he slapped the wall while he was crabbing, and look how close this was while they're trying to go down that track too.
Oh, boy.
I mean, I think that he just figured, okay, I survived that, I missed that, I'm done.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break from the action. We'll come back with your finishing results. Maybe we'll get a driver or two in here to talk to. We'd love to talk about the action up front and through the field. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Global Sim Racing Channel and the CTC Lotus 79 Championship. And welcome back to Imola for the completion. We just witnessed 27 laps here in round 11 of the Lotus 79 CTC Championship. What a battle it was. But tell you what, let's look at the results of this event real quickly here. Run down the field for you. Journo Frisch, your big winner today. Nuno Moreira coming up a little bit short in this outing. He'll have to settle for second. Jorge Garrido with a big third place finish today. Jared Hoffer, fourth. Matt Wood coming up to fifth there at the end. Needed that. That's a good points day for him. Alex Q, sixth. Nicola Kochi, seventh. Eighth, going to go to Michelle Vandenberg. Steve Bycroft, ninth. And John Stevens rounding out your top 10, Adam.
Yeah, coming home in 11th here for today, Pablo Lombrer Suarez with a quiet day coming home in 11th. Mark Winfield, he was trying to make a little bit of a charge there toward the end, be able to gain a few spots, so he's going to come home in 12th. Sammy Valimaki in 13th, QC Clapp in 14th, Robert Simpkins in 15th, Barry West in 16th, and with the action on the last lap, Eunice Pahaka and Johan Noralampe ended up coming home at 17th and 18th after running in the top 5 all day long. In fact, Juha probably, I think, led about half the race. Timothy Dalton in 19th and 20th, Patrick Latvot.
Okay, that's going to go to 21st. I'll take the rest of the field here. The Texas driver, C. Sarles, going to finish 21st today. 22nd going to Juan Aragonés. 23rd, Paul Schwind. 24th, Steve Kagerer. Matt Carballo, 25th today. Antti Lepisto, a tough run for him. 26th, Luis Mendez. 27th, 28th, Flavio Satorino. 29th, Ramiro de Pasqua. Kane Lasky, 30th today, Adam. Let me take the rest here real quick. Loic Haro, 31st. 32nd, Jamie Hall. Philip Lake, a big winner yesterday, big loser today here in the Lotus 79. 33rd, 34th, going to go to Ian Rodriguez. And Casper Petri never got off the grid, Adam. Didn't make the grid. And as we look at the points here, we talked about Eunice Pahaka being here. That is actually, he leads the CTC Aurora team standings with a 192 average. He's going to get a lot lower point total this week. That is going to bring that average down. We could see Kaya Rocola move to the top there in those standings next week by nature of Kaya not being here today. So, we'll need to look out for that. Let's talk to our second place finisher, though, Nuno Moreira. Let's move him in here and talk to him real quick. Nuno, that was a very, very hard fought race out there today. Talk to us about it. Congratulations.
Hey, guys. Thank you very much. It was an intense race. On my side, I got a more or less good qualifying. I did a big mistake. I lost 3 tenths. Otherwise, I would be right there with Gernot and Juha. But congratulations to them. Brilliant job in the qualifying. Then on the race, it was an eventful race. A lot of nerves, I guess, from us three, me, Juha, and Gernot. And in the end, Gernot took the best out of it. So congratulations to him. I think he did a great race. I tried my best, and I could not reach him out in the end. So nothing but congratulations.
Well, yeah, you two, you and Gernot, you two have had a pretty intense battle all season in the championship. Back and forth. One week it's you, the next week it's him. Right now he's got a little bit of an edge on you here, Nuno. Can you get it back at Spa? Can you do enough at Spa to win this championship?
Well, at Spa it will be simple. The guy that finishes ahead will be champion. If in the top 5 or something like that. I think the difference is like 10 points or 11 points. It's nothing. So it's all for taking. And don't rule out you and even Kale and Antti. I guess those guys still have a word to say on the championship too.
Yeah, and Kale not here today. Certainly makes the race a little bit different when Ruocola's not in it.
Absolutely, he's one less great quality contender. But yeah, I think he got a very good weekend. I think he went to Monaco Grand Prix, and sorry for indiscretion.
Oh, I'm jealous.
Oh, well, that's such a shame that he couldn't be here to race with us, us common people, and he went down to the Principality of Monaco there. Okay.
It's a fair trade.
It's a fair trade, yeah. Well, Nuno, we look forward to seeing you at Spa, my friend. Again, congratulations on the second place finish today. You managed to do a little bit better in this race than you did in the one right before it, so good job.
Hey, thank you very much, guys, and see you next week, hopefully. Thank you.
Okay, buddy, we'll see you then. All right, now that was Nuno Moreira. I don't have anybody else waiting in the ready for interview booth. Wonder what our director wants to do here. We want to take it. Yeah, okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We don't want to take a chance of catching anybody off guard here. So remember, if you're coming in for an interview, you want to talk to us. We'd love to talk to anybody in the field about the race. Make sure you drop into that ready for interview channel so we know you're there and know you're ready to go. But for now, let's wrap this up here. Today's broadcast, the Lotus 79 CTC Championship Series. We want to thank them for contracting with GSRC to bring us those races. And you know what? Hey, can we stop and maybe take someone that is in the interview booth? I see you just slipped in there. All right. You know what? Let's bring Eunice Puhaka in, because I definitely want to talk. And Adam, I'll let you ask a question. But Eunice, you've been away for a while, and you managed to come back today. You had it all to yourself there for a while. What happened out there to you today, buddy?
Well, Juha happened. No, I don't want to blame it all on him. It's racing, you know. What happened was that I was ill prepared for the race, really. Car was difficult to drive all day long. It was going pretty much all over the place. I was just lucky I was able to get up to third, and then, well, I saw it all go away in the last lap, so I'm disappointed, but it's racing.
A little bit of racing between countrymen there. The feelings won't be too bad, will they?
No, I already got his address, so.
You know where he lives. Okay. Yeah. All right. I hear you, Adam. Yeah, I'm sure you got a question.
I think if I ask anything, I might have the Finnish authorities asking me questions about how he got his address.
Eunice, are you going to be back with us for the finale next week at Spa?
Well, it depends entirely on my schedule and my level of hangover, because it's my birthday then. So.
Oh, okay.
Oh, well, happy birthday.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit early, but happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's get it in now. You know, you've been sitting there at the top of the Aurora standings all season, and Kai Ruokola's done a great job to try and close it in. I think though, with where you finished, you might slip a bit in those points. I think Ruokola might be able to take you over here this week.
What points? No, really, you have an average point total or something, because I was totally unaware of that. I just haven't been able to race because I've been busy with other stuff. You know, the Finnish Sim Racing Championship runs on Sundays, just ended last week, so and it overlaps with this one.
And how'd you do? Yeah. How'd you do in the championship?
I'm the commentator.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. Send me a link, Eunice, so I can start watching those. Okay. Or I'll
they
find
are in Finnish, but
that's all right. I watch the iRacing Brazil broadcast all the time, and I don't speak a lick of Portuguese. So there you
go. Sean might be able to say hi in Finnish, but even that, I'm not sure.
Eunice, hey, thanks a lot for coming in real quick and talking with us. Sorry it didn't work out there for you in the end, but you certainly brought a lot of excitement coming through the field like you did there, and really giving them a good battle there at the end.
Thank you very much, and that was what I was aiming to do, you know. People actually watch these races, so, you know, might as well give them some entertainment. I never had the pace run with the leaders, but thanks for broadcasting, guys, and thanks to everyone who raced. Had a great race today, and, well, not so great of a result, and see you guys next week, hopefully.
I hope so, Eunice. Thanks again for coming in and chatting with us. That's Eunice Puhaka. He does wind up with a 17th place finish today after that battle with his fellow countryman, Juha Nurlampi. And again, Adam, we're going to go to wrap this up now. I want to thank the CTC Championship Series. We love doing these races. And we also want to thank the companies that provide the software and hardware for our broadcasts that are listed on your screen now. And I want to give additional thanks to Eric Ekholm and Casey Lalonde, who's provide the music for our broadcast all the time. All that music you hear, those two put together, Their contacts can be found on screen. Yes, you can get music from them too. I want to especially thank our team today. Adam, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody that's been able to fill in while I've been away. I'm back. Holiday is over. Back to some broadcasting and calling these great Lotus 79 races. I want to thank Amjad in the booth, twisting and tweaking the dials all day. Great director. I want to thank Dougie Beard, the Ansel Adams of cinematography. The man is the best. If you'd like to find out more about GSRC, including upcoming races, you can find it at globalsimracingchannel.com. Or you can check us out on social media at GSR Channel for Twitter. Facebook, just type in Global Sim Racing Channel. You'll find us there. Adam, the next race of the season is the finale of Season 2. It's next week, June 4th, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from Spa Francorchamps. One of my favorite tracks on the in the world. Can't wait to get there. We've got upcoming races here on the screen for some of the other series that we cover. Check those out and mark them down on your calendar. Until next time, race clean, race hard, and we'll see you on the track.